Welcome back to the Trinity Podcast. I'm Charlie, joined with Connor and Jacob. And today we're going to be going over the anniversary event for Overwatch that just came out. So we'll dive straight into it really. So the Overwatch event came out, what was it, Thursday?
Yeah, I think so.
So it came out with like all the old stuff that came out like back in Overwatch 1. So what type of things do you think like they should bring back or have brought back that you actually really like?
Well, what I've heard they've brought back is like all the recent skins that's been in the shop, what costs like credits to buy, like actual like paid credits.
Yeah.
I've heard about they've brought back those type of like Overwatch 2 skins for old Overwatch tokens now.
Yeah.
I've not been on to fact check that, but that's what I've heard what's happened. And you, Jacob, anything?
No, it's all the same.
It's all the same.
I mean, they brought back the little events that they had, but they don't. Like a few hours ago, I was playing the Greek game mode, whatever it is.
Battle
for
of Olympus.
Yeah, I played that and it was just boring.
Yeah, I found that
I feel like it
boring
was
when
more.
first.
I feel like I feel like it was more fun when it came out than it would be to play it again now.
I still found it boring when it first came out. It was like terrible. I
Yeah.
think.
With them bringing back all the old game modes, I feel like it's good for me as a player because I like collecting achievements. So for me
Yeah.
personally, it's good. But I can see for people who don't want to collect achievements, like it can be a bit recycled.
So with the anniversary events, you always look forward to having like the dances and stuff like that. So what dances do you reckon they should bring out for like like Junker Queen Alari and stuff like that? Obviously they haven't done it this year, but like maybe next year or in the future we'll get like their dancers or.
Well, obviously for all the new characters that don't have dance merch, like Ilari, Weaver, I don't think has one yet, does he?
No, not yet.
No, all the characters that don't like all new characters that don't have one, they should have one brought in. But I feel like, excuse me, some of the characters like I can't remember, who, but one of the characters has 2 dance emotes. I think I can't remember which one it is, but I know one of them does. I feel like we do need more dances for the characters. What we don't have too far already.
Yeah. Speaking of the dancers, what's your favourite dance?
Yeah, that's a tough question, man.
I know mine exactly. Mine's Ash with the guns.
Oh, the finger guns. The finger guns is good.
I think it's great.
I quite like the May one. The May one is amazing. No pun intended.
Shut up.
The May one is really good though.
Yeah, you nearly said it again then, didn't you?
I almost made the stupid pun again.
What about you, Jacob?
Hurt myself over.
Sorry about that, guys. We had some technical issues right there. But going back to what we were saying, Jacob, what was your favourite anniversary dance?
Sombras.
Sombras?
Easily. Yeah.
Oh, is that like the shuffle one?
Yeah, electric shuffle.
That electric shuffle's the Fortnite MMO. Same dance, but
I know what you mean, though, yeah.
it is really clean dance. Like I don't know much about dancing, like, but it's quite good to look at.
Okay, so they are bringing back 2 CP for this event. This one event, they're bringing back 2 CP. Like Hanamura, Volskaya, stuff like that. All these maps are coming back just for this event. Yeah, I saw something on Twitter the other day, before it was released, that they are bringing back 2 CP. And I'm pretty sure there is a challenges out that I saw. There was about like 2 CP. So how are we feeling about 2 CP coming back for a little bit?
I'll let Jacob lead.
I don't
You don't
think
think
it is.
It is.
I think Charlie's just seen something on Twitter.
No, it's
you see him-
supposed to by somebody called
By Overwatch.
Overwatch Cavalry or whatever it's called. They're really reliable.
Yeah, Overwatch Cavalry are like trusted leak or whatever.
Yeah.
But even hypothetically, how would you feel if 2 CP got brought back, Jacob? Like just for an event?
Happy. That was my favourite mode. Apart from Paris.
Paris was quite bad.
Yeah, everything but Paris was like my favourite in them modes.
Like one of my favorite maps is Hanamura, and they got rid of that when 2 CP got dropped. And if it does come back, I'm happy to play Hanamura again.
I love
Same with
Hanamura.
Temple of Anubis. At the end of Overwatch 1, that was my last ever map I played in Overwatch 1 was Temple of Anubis. I remember
Really?
because
I
I
forgot
was
about that
yeah,
one.
I was in I can't remember who I was grouped with, but we played Temple of Anubis and like all the lobby was being like friendly. We were counting down for when Overwatch 2, like Overwatch 1 servers got dropped.
Oh,
It was
damn.
actually it was actually really nice. I loved it. There was one tryhard who kept trying to kill us, but
Yeah.
everybody's called him like a prat or something. It was quite stupid, but well, I'm just happy for maps going back, if anything.
Is there any ideas for like any future game modes or like events that you'd want to see really?
Like Well, we've like it's hard to think of like a
I-
theme for an event and stuff when like the season passes cover like themes rather than stuff. But I just feel like we need more lore. But it's like I said, missions are covering that as well. So it's hard to think of like new possible events.
Yeah.
Jacob.
I'd like to see, like, the God of Olympus game mode, how all them, they all had different abilities in it. I'd like to see that put in like like a push or escort type situation where
Yeah.
it's like, and they have like a little comp, like Mr. Heroes comp, but kind of like that.
Yeah.
I feel like they should base an entire event off of like a collab. Like they should do like a Marvel collab. And me and Charles talked about this multiple times, but not on podcast, but in our own time talk about Marvel collabs with Overwatch. I feel like they should do like a full event based around that type of stuff, like a game mode for it, stuff like that, where we get to see like Thanos, Doomfist, stuff like that.
Mm.
Like I said, that's probably somewhat Battle Pass could cover, but
I don't think
we'll
they. I don't think they should do battle passes because if you remember, like Fortnite and stuff like that, they do
Yeah.
that Marvel like stuff, do like battle pass stuff like that. I think they're doing it fine how they were. So like the 1 punch stuff, it'd be fun to have a battle pass themed around Marvel for Overwatch, but again, that'll never happen. So yeah, we'll have to see.
yeah, it just I can only dream to be fair.
Yeah. Speaking of Overwatch, something very exciting has happened this week. Well, we spoke about it last week, but we've got some people. This is something very new for us. So if it does go a bit like lopsided, we're very sorry. But it's something new. We're gonna get some people to interview. So we've got 2 people. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, we're still waiting on one to be ready, but I guess until they are ready, I guess we could talk about our own experiences with it
yeah, can do
whilst
that.
we're waiting. Because obviously we need something to fill in the gap, and that's
Yeah.
the only thing I can think of on the fly.
So, do you, well, I'll talk to you about it first, Connor. I'll talk to you about it first. Right. So, tryouts were last week. In college. For this Overwatch team that we're getting on. Well, maybe. Going into it. How did you sort of feel?
Like going into this or last week, which one?
Going into last week's first one.
Last week I was absolutely like terrified because that night I didn't sleep. I went in with 0 hours sleep.
Yeah.
I think all I got was like 15 minutes on the bus, which
Yeah.
was. It turned out to be fine because I just managed to play well, even though I'd no sleep at all. But like I said, going into it was absolutely terrifying though because
Yeah.
I know a bunch of people I knew some people who's going in. And I knew they're all good players, so it was just like, what have I done to myself? This is not the way you should prepare for it.
Okay, so obviously you felt a bit like drained, stuff like that on the day.
Yeah.
After the first elimination stage and you found out that you were still in, how did you feel after that?
I was actually shocked. I was saying to you about like I've absolutely bottled it. I've done dog, honestly. I was like saying to I think both of you,
Yeah.
but that's
Um,
all I can say really.
all right, so we'll go on to this week. It happened today, so we were supposed to find out the teams today, but obviously some suspense is wanting to be put into play here, and
I hate how he's doing that.
Same.
I think it's annoying, but it's also very like enjoyable because it's just that suspense and waiting and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, invites got sent out on Friday to people that had made it to the next stage, and luckily all 3 of us made it to the next stage, and we got some people that have very kindly offered to do like an interview with us, made it to the second stage. So going into this second stage, how did you feel going into it? Obviously, you had your sleep, you had your bus times and stuff like that. You were there, you were ready. But how did you
Yeah,
feel?
I was much more prepared this week, and it honestly paid off. I like not to toot my own on, but I did actually exceptional today. I played so well for like no reason other than just preparation. I feel like
Yeah.
with Jacob shaking his head for some reason.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all. That's all that's really happened though.
Should-
Do you
yeah,
think?
well-
Do you think you're
Go
gonna
on.
get onto the team?
Yeah.
You reckon?
I'm
First or
not
second?
gonna. I'm not gonna try and like. I'm not gonna try and put myself down like, will I make it? No, if you just think like that, then I feel like that's just a wrong mindset. Really, you want to be on it.
Yeah.
Even if I did bad today, I'd still think I'd be getting on team because that's the mindset you should be having anyways.
Yeah. So we found out that our people are ready. So we'll talk about our experiences after all of these
Yeah.
interviews.
We'll get Charlie and Jacob's words after.
Yeah, so
With their short on time, the people we're supposed to be talking
yeah,
to.
so just bear with us just 2 seconds while we swap over to get them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought I played all right, but it was like I was sort of on the edge of my feet a bit when Wolf was announcing like the first people to get kicked off, because I had a few games that were a bit downhill, so I didn't really know. I didn't expect myself to get this far playing ball, to be honest. But you know, we take it. We take it.
You were surprisingly a good tank. Like, you actually surprised me. Like, bit of a cheeky insider. The last year's Overwatch team, we know about you going in, and I'm gonna come out clean. I said personally, I'll play Sombra just to shut you down, and I don't think I went against you at all. But yeah, you showed that you could flex the different characters. You played Orisa like really well. Did you play somebody else? I can't remember off the top of my head 'cause it was like a week ago. But I know that you played Orisa really well. You played Reinhardt at some point, right?
Played Zarya as well.
Zai, yeah, like you've shown that you can play multiple different tank heroes really well, which is obviously what we're kind of looking for when it comes to a team.
Well, when I got the message or whatever saying that I was going to the final bit, I was pretty happy about it, to be honest, because I didn't actually know whether I was going to get it or not. I don't know. I was just buzzing that I got a message, to be honest.
Deserved though. You did really good.
Hampter.
Hampter.
Nah, but I don't know. I guess I can just play multiple different team comps, mainly dive, obviously.
Yeah,
With
you've shown that you
350
can
hours
play
in ball.
multiple. Oh, gee, that's too many hours, man. I keep telling you, that's too many hours.
How many hours is it?
350 at least.
Yeah, that's way too many on ball.
That's not as many as Connor on Genji, I swear.
Yeah, it's nowhere near my Genji hours, but still, it's just as degenerate.
It's kind of like, there's this guy on TikTok and he's always in his chair.
You know about
down.
like Bame or Bame 30?
Yeah.
And he
he's
plays
my
ball.
idol. He's my idol.
He's so good actually though, isn't he? He's like, clip it, he gets like one boop kill, clip it!
I'm putting this out there. Isn't technically ball a massive wildcard? Who's going into an actual like league and expecting to see a ball? Like,
That is true.
He's expecting an Orisa or like some sort of meta tank, but you know when the ball shows up, what are you gonna do about it?
That is actually really true.
When the ball shows up. You tell me, what are you gonna do if another ball shows up?
Diff.
Alright,
As simple as that.
As simple as that. I just straight to the point. I don't think he likes me because I play ball.
Makes sense.
I don't think anybody likes you for that reason.
What?
That's awful.
Elaborate on that, Connor. When you said like you understand why he doesn't like me because I play ball. Elaborate.
What do you mean elaborate? I think it's pretty clear.
I mean, the truth is in the pudding.
You're playing well. I'm not gonna lie, you're playing well, but come on, man. Literally any other characters, like 37 characters. Well, what makes you play Wrecking Ball? What actually drew you to him? A serious question. What drew you to playing that character out of any of them?
Is in my opinion.
What is it? 37 characters, and he decides to play a little gremlin.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my opinion, Ball is the most fun character out of like every character in the game.
I think it depends on the map for me.
I don't know if you've seen those TikToks. It's like in the mind of a ball player, and it's just like that audio where it's just the guy screaming down the mic. That's usually what's going on in my head whilst I'm playing ball.
Yeah, we can imagine that. I reckon
people like you have a ball religion.
Ball really? Oh, like a cult.
It's like a cult. Yeah, people
according,
like you.
According to a few certain people, it's my entire personality.
Yeah, like
Oh yeah, I can see
we
that.
are those certain people.
You literally look like a hunter.
I don't know about that one. I take that as a compliment.
Exactly. There you go.
Arguably the
not-
only reason you're good at ball.
Yeah, they're not as
Oh
good
god.
player, you mean? They're not as good player, you
Oh
mean?
yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Best life with my IP address.
Okay.
Yeah, I had pretty high confidence. But then when we found out that me and Josh wouldn't be playing together much at all in the first set of like tryouts, I guess you could say, then it was a bit like a bit of an L. Because obviously me and Josh have been playing together for like a year or so now, so we've already got like the chemistry, we already know how each other plays. So when we weren't going against each other, it kind of pushes out of his comfort zone, which is pretty good to be fair.
Yeah, well, you need that confidence, really. Like I said, I don't know if you were, but you kind of need confidence going into it because if you don't have confidence about you doing well, then it'll probably make you perform worse. You need to
Yeah,
believe
that's
in yourself. Like you need to be your own hype man, really.
Josh dive support, Josh scream upsies, me give Josh upsies. There you go.
Wow.
He pulls him.
That's basically it on a dumbed down scale.
Simple tactic, simple comms. Fair enough. It works. Next bit. Oh, I guess I'll do it then since I asked. Wait, which bit are we on to? Just making sure. Oh, I'll just do thoughts after last week. Thoughts after last week. Right. Like Charlie asked Josh, like once Wilford read your name out, what was you thinking? Like, did you actually believe he was going to read your name out? Like, what was you thinking? Like, leading up to it.
He read Josh's name out first, and then I kind of had an assumption that he might read my name out so that he could see how me and Josh played together in the next set. That was kind of just my assumption, and then obviously he did. And then I was pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
How would you
like,
react if he didn't say your name though?
oh, that
I
is
would
a
have
good
Go
question.
next.
cried. I would have personally cried.
Oh, I hope he didn't pull your name then. Yeah, but I feel like if he chooses one of you, he's got to choose the other. Like, I feel like you're a two-person package. You can't be like
Exactly.
it's not
Yeah,
like you've like
same,
it's not like you're only good with each other. But I feel like it's when you have one, you've got to have the other one with you. It's like it's just a complete deal. You can obviously play by yourself really well, but it's just a complete deal.
Yeah.
Literally SpongeBob and Patrick.
Which one's which, Jacob?
I'm stibbing Patrick.
Josh is SpongeBob. Miles is Patrick.
Yeah, but I'm the intelligent one out of us two. He
Yeah, I was
plays
about to say.
ball.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
Josh
but
be the
your
Patrick's like, oh,
background
I
colour
play
is pink
ball?
and his is yellow.
No, I go dive and just Miles pulls me out.
I feel that's what the actual comms are like, behind your games.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to listen to mine and Josh's comms. They're not an enjoyable time.
I don't think I want to.
Imagine hearing that from a different room.
I feel like it'd be an absolute treat. Move on to
Pull
next
me
bit
out, pull
anyways.
me out.
Like what would you actually like if you make the actual final team, whether that be team 1 or team 2, what would you feel?
I'd obviously be very pleased because it's a good opportunity, it's fun, and yeah, it'd mean that you get to do more opportunities, especially like the possible trip of going to like London.
Yeah, well, I was about to mention like, what would you be nervous for the first like fixture? Because like Charlie said, me, Charlie and Jacob have been here before. We've done the game, so I feel like the first game nerves aren't as hard for us. But obviously, for like you and 4 if I make it on this year.
The first game's always easier.
Yeah, just obviously like you and Josh are new players, so like, would the first fixture, if you make the team, would that be nerve-wracking for you, or do you think you'd manage it?
No, I think I'd be fine, to be honest. I don't really get nerves when I'm playing games. It's just like, if you don't do well, GG, go next. I'm looking.
That's a good mindset, really. We kept reminding him. He's like, Charlie, it doesn't work if they've already locked on behind him. He was like, yeah, but I'm just gonna press it. Like, it just don't get through his head.
You don't want to be a Charlie beater.
Charlie, what?
Anyway,
That sounded better in my head.
Yeah, we probably should have stayed there. You take it away. What makes you special?
Me.
DPS Lucio. Trust. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Trust me and Josh. DPS Lucio, DPS. Oh well, tank ball, dive in the backlines, and is dead instantly. Then I
I was
probably
only
die.
saying that because he's jealous.
Yeah.
He
Charlie's just
can't
mad.
DPS Lucio.
You're mad. You're mad.
Realistically, what Miles
You're
brings
in
to the package is me. That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
Because Josh is like the little baby elephant. He wraps onto my tail, and I lead him.
I can see that.
No, I was saying that it's the other way around.
No, I feel like it is how Miles said it.
Nah,
Exactly.
lies.
That's what they all say. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but obviously, I'm being a bit sarcastic. I'm not actually going to pull up to fixtures and start pulling out DPS Lucio because that's a bit of a.
You never know.
But I'm sure Josh can validate. I do have very good Lucio movement.
He does.
Well, you never know with like strategy you pull up, because last year we had one of our first fixture we played Midtown, and we was like we were struggling like attack on their like first point, and I think whilst we were attacking, our Lucio and Sojourn snuck behind and just backcapped, and they didn't realize. You never know actually type of stuff you do in game until the game happens. So maybe DPS Lucio might work in some situations.
To be fair, like a bit like what Josh said, I think Weaver's a bit of a play that most people don't see because people don't realize how OP Weaver is this season. People just sleep on him.
It got buffed in like beginning of the season.
Well, yeah, he's got 25 extra health, which is shield, and his tree instantly heals everyone to full when he puts it down. So
yeah, like I've always like been a massive Life Weaver advocate. Like Charlie knows, I've always backed up Life Weaver being a good character.
You hated him at the start. I loved him. Absolutely loved him.
Like people in higher ranks, like, oh, he's useless because his tech don't work. I feel like obviously in higher ranks people can play around him, but in our type of ranks, our down in lower ends, it's so good. It's so like useful.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to that DPS Lucio thing, I think it will work because I was a Lucio one trick through the entirety of last year's fixtures.
You should stay one.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Right. So yeah, I was sort of that type of person just to play Lucio because it was fun, it was easy, and it got like a lot of value. So that's why I thought, and with the support that I had, I was able to do that. But yeah. That's all I can say really. It worked. So if you got the support to back it up, it works.
I agree with what you just said. Apart from that, it got a lot of value because you just before that said Charlie beats. So that's all I'm gonna say.
It only got value after we told him off. Like it's like, oh, I need to practice my new Queen Street rollout. No, he used to do rollouts, make it to the robot first, and get killed and staggered.
No, I didn't.
And we had to tell him off for every single match.
Lies.
We've got VODs, Charlie. We've got VODs.
There's a VOD on the Barnsley Griffins Twitch channel of me getting pummeled into a wall by Reinhardt. Go watch it. It's funny.
Yeah, we had to tell him to stop doing like his rollouts because they just wasn't useful. He's not speed boosting us to the point because he's too far ahead of us. He's just useless.
Like Lijiang Tower and stuff. Where if you get like a good rollout on Lucio or like Doomfist,
that makes sense. But
everybody else, you just
Queen
get
Street.
boobs.
Lijiang, fair enough, but like Lijiang, Ilios, stuff like that, that's fair enough. You do your rollouts, you practice that for hours on end, but Queen Street, there's no edge of the map, like, apparently next to the, unless you go up the stairs, but nobody goes up there unless, like, Hanzo. It can climb back up anyways.
In my defense,
no.
I thought whoever touches the robot first wins.
Yeah, but then we lost.
Didn't you also think speed boosting the robot made it?
No, that was not me. That was
another player.
Way.
Not gonna say names.
That reminds me of the people that think like when you shoot the floor as mate, it makes you run faster.
No, that does. That genuinely happens.
That should actually be a thing though. I feel like just for May only. Like not much, not like obviously lose your speed boost fast, but like 2% faster.
Yeah.
I think it should make you 200% faster.
No, you're lying.
Just straight like to the point.
But yeah,
of course a wrecking ball made it say you want to go like 200 times faster.
Yeah. So yeah, you said your wild cards DPS Lucio, Miles.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. I actually cannot wait.
1v1. I want to see a 1v1 between you two.
I hate Lucio 1v1. You know this, Connor.
Just put it out there. I beat
beat
Charlie in a 1v1 as Lucio. I beat Charlie.
I've beat Connor in a Genji 1v1.
That's when I first came to PC.
Don't care.
I made you rage quit out of a ball 1v1.
If you want to point that out, Charlie, do you want to point out the fact that I went 36-0 against you on every single hero? Yeah, I didn't lose a single hero against you.
That was on console.
I don't care if it was on console. I still bet you on every single hero.
Alright. Anyway,
Just
I'm
Exactly.
getting
Move on,
yeah,
move on.
moving on. Yeah, so we are gonna like boot you out now because we've got some other people. So thank you so much for your time, and we will catch up on the flip side, whether you're in
Yeah.
team or not.
Good luck on teams.
Flippity
Good luck on
flop.
getting on.
Good
Now
luck,
go back
guys.
to playing ball.
Yeah,
Yeah, go back to playing ball.
you have fun with that. We'll see you guys later.
I
I
will.
don't see enough movement.
Shut
Bye,
up.
guys. Bye, guys. Go.
Right, we are joined here with Harrison, one of our ex
Teammates.
teammates. Yeah, for now.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's been on the podcast before, so welcome back, Harrison. Welcome back. It's nice to have you back.
Hello.
But yeah, you were part of the Overwatch team
Oh,
last
I'm
year.
also going to tell you now that if I may disappear for like 10 seconds while I switch, because my headset could die any second, so if I disappear for like 5 seconds,
It's
that's why.
fine. Just let us know if you know if it's going to. But also, I like the fact that we all clapped and I know
Well, it's
and
just-
I just
it's
saw like
ju-
none of us
It's
mic
just
back-to-back
beeped,
claps.
it's just beeped in my ear that it's low battery, so if I
Right.
suddenly go quiet mid-sentence, I'm switching to my phone.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. We'll probably be able to tell from
Um,
audio quality anyway.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
are.
plus, yeah.
Can I talk now? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So you are a. Bruh. Bruh.
I am a bro.
You are a bro.
You're playing.
So
yeah.
you're an ex Overwatch player for our team that was last year. So going back into this,
Mhm.
going back to the tryouts, did you want to just do the exact same, play Ryan out, rush in, do all this stuff like you normally do, or did you want to bring something new, or like who are you and who do you play now?
I'm Harrison. I play tank, mostly Rhine, Orisa, Ramashra. Very fun characters that I can just send it into the back line, bully people, potentially feed, but that's just sort of my deal. I do that. Somehow I'm trusted enough to be. Somehow I was trusted enough to start last year. Still don't really know how, but we'll go along with it. What am I doing different this year? What was it? What am I doing different this year? Or am I just running it back the same?
Yeah.
I'm both. Basically, if I have an opportunity to play Ryan, you know I'm going to play Reinhardt. He's the big funny German man with a fat hammer that can crush everyone. He's a very fun man to play, but Ryan is not the best in terms of meta. So Orisa is probably taking the favorite for now. Yippee.
Why did that sound
Both
like one of
still
those
fun
monologues
characters.
from TikTok? That sounded like one of those monologues from those, I am Doofus, I'll never swap, don't even ask me to swap. One of those when you were saying it.
So you went to tryouts last week. You've been to them this week. So what were your thoughts going in from last week to this week? So we'll start with last week. What was your thoughts going in?
Thoughts in on myself or the people around me?
Both.
Both.
Just, what was your thoughts going
No,
into the tryouts? Like,
foul.
what was you thinking?
Thoughts going in, time to cook. Someone cooked here and it was me. I definitely did. I'm confident. I was confident in what I did last week. I lost, but I'm not going to go into the reasons on that. Well, I lost a few games, but I'm not going to go into the reason. Josh, who you just spoke to, there's sort of like a running joke within the last couple of weeks that I absolutely despise him. 10% of that is potentially true. But it's just mainly banter because it's funny and I know he gets agitated by it.
It's not
People
friendly, yeah?
around me, yeah, 90% of it friendly, yeah. Ball player, he's a ball player. That's never, you can't change that mind. Everyone around me, I don't know. It just sort of felt different in a sense. Like obviously there was most of the same people there that I could recognize, but it felt like there was a different environment to it. It felt less stressful somehow compared to last year.
Was there anybody you were worried about going in? Like any players you knew was turning up, who you might be like, oh, I might need to try more against these than others?
So I know Jensen was going in.
Jensen's
Jensen
our other tank, by
is-
the way.
We don't
Just
know
for
that
people
yet
that
because
no,
technically,
I mean
well,
just for
at the
people who
time
didn't know
of-
from last year's.
Yeah, from last
Yeah,
year.
Jensen was he played tank and support, but he went. I know he went for tank. He definitely put his name down for tank. Maybe flex onto support. I don't think he ever played
Definitely a
support in the
better
last
tank
2
than
weeks.
Harris.
Didn't get a chance.
Brother man, what?
Leave
not
it,
gonna go
leave it,
into
leave
that
it.
because yeah, I'm gonna leave it.
know.
I'm gonna leave it. I can control myself. Jensen, I knew he was going for it. I thought, yeah, he's decent. Might need to just see what he does, see how he's doing. Did
Okay.
all right. I'd say about maybe a 6.5 out 7 out of 10. Josh, I knew was going for it because of taster days and like just events that we did. He said he was going for it. I bullied him a lot before college started.
Friendly
and I
bullying,
thought,
right?
yeah, I'll be
Friendly
Friendly
bullying.
bullying.
Friendly bullying.
Banter,
Oh, yeah,
not bullying.
sorry, my bad. Banter. Sorry. We're fine. We did a lot of banter. I played Roadhog on Ilios well while he played on Ball. You can sort of guess how that went. I don't even remember. I know, Jacob, did you go for tank or did you put your name as Flex?
I went for flex, but I did really want to play healer. Because I've been playing a lot of Alara recently. I thought. I've been playing.
Did you ever play support in the last 2 weeks?
No, because Tom wasn't letting me. There was too many support, and I was like, oh, Tom,
Cringe.
can I play it?
Oh,
There was
to
a
be fair,
lot of supports, to be fair.
There was
Because,
way too many supports, I think.
out of the 49 people who signed up, I think generally about like 20 odd of them was support players. I think
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
100%.
7 tanks, 10 like 9 DPS, and then the rest were just support players.
Yeah.
See,
Me? No, so Ash put his name down for tank, and then you went on to flex.
Whoa.
Me-
What are
What?
you worrying for?
Name drops.
What are you
Well,
worrying
it's fine.
for?
Nothing's being said bad about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything bad. I've already name dropped Jensen and Josh.
Yeah, but
I guess that's fair.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I've
drop your
already
name
named
on the
dropped
floor,
people.
Harrison.
Anyway, carry on.
I think there was 7 originally. That dropped down to about 4. Me, Jake. I think Jacob. You were originally down
I
for tank,
were.
then you swapped to flex. So that sort of dropped to the final. That sort of just put it to the 3 that went today. So yeah, I wasn't super worried. I'll just sum it all up.
you wasn't super worried.
Again, you wasn't the
No.
best, but you tried. That's all that matters.
Right.
You're just here to stir
Why?
problems out of Jake.
He's here
You're
to
just
stir the pot. He's stirring it.
It definitely is.
I know. My voice cracked.
It's fine. Your voice is high enough anyway.
So
Sorry. It's all love, Harrison. I promise.
yeah. All right. Sure about that. So
10%. Like Harrison said, 10%.
10%. So now it's on to your questions, Connor, for Harrison.
Oh yeah. Thoughts after last week? Is that which I'm up to? I'm a bit lost when it comes to
Yeah.
tracking what you're saying. Sure,
Yeah.
a bit,
Oh,
weird
you
reading.
asked thoughts on last week. You just asked.
Thoughts? Oh yeah, we'll skip that because obviously I feel like Harrison covered that without even asking him. To be fair,
Okay.
it's kind of like answering stuff we're not even asking, and it's saving us the job really. How would you feel if you made like one of the 2 teams this year? Like, which one would you want to obviously want to be on, and would you even be happy if you went to the lower one?
See, I'm gonna say it now because I don't feel like there's gonna be that much backlash from it. So I put my name down for if I got either team, I'd be content. Obviously, I want to go team 1 because I feel like I've got the skill for it. But honestly, I'd be happy with either. But there's also the case of if I do well enough on the F1 trials, do I go for that instead?
Well,
It's less of a case of which team am I worried is in team 1 or team 2. It's less of a case of do I want to do Overwatch or F1 if I get the chance to.
Like, how does the F1 trials work? Quickly run me through that. It's nothing related to what we're actually interviewing about. I just want to know how it works.
Yeah, that's fine. So
Best friend
what
Luke.
it is we get put on. You could ask Luke, but I'm here now. So you get put on. We've been put on Spa, which is Belgium. I think the longest track that's in the F1 calendar overall. You get 10 practice. So it's in like the actual F1 rig with the full wheel pedals, like manual gears and all that stuff. You get 10 practice laps just to sort of get your way into it, make sure everything feels all right. See if your setup's doing it like how your car feels. Then you get 5 timed laps, and then basically Luke puts an average together. And then whoever the 2 fastest averages are the 2 that are most likely to get on.
And
Wait, only 2 out of how many people? If it's only 2.
Two. So well, each team has two drivers. Two. I don't think that many people went for it. I think it was about maybe. Oh no! In terms of like scaling, I think 8 or 9 went for it.
Really?
Yeah, well,
That's
one
a
of
big cut
those
down, really.
is
Only 2 people.
yeah, one of those is like a proper race, an actual proper like races in British Championship, racing driver.
I've heard about one of them is
So
actually sponsored. Like, I think have I
yeah,
heard that
so
right?
am I allowed to name drop him? I've done
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna do it
is
anyway.
on fans' social media. I'm pretty sure I've seen him.
So yeah, so Casper he races in British Championship. I don't remember the specific name for it. Is sponsored by the college and the team that set it up, Williams. He's sort of sponsored by the college. It's in the Williams Academy, sorry, not sponsored by them. He's the favorite to get it. I remember I think he set a 1:44.2 on like as an average, which for that
I guess
track
that's
is
good.
really good.
That's just gibberish
Yeah,
to
for the
us.
next.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the next, to put it into perspective, the next closest, I believe, the next closest was a 1:46, and he set a 1:44. So he's ahead by 2 full seconds,
All
guessing,
right.
which in F1 is a lot.
Yeah, I'm guessing F1 like those extra like seconds of massive.
No, yeah, it's literal milliseconds can be the difference between getting on and crashing out of a race.
Yeah.
It is
Right.
in racing games, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
that Mario Kart thing that I've been trying to do just a week.
It was funny watching you try to do that. Like really, he
I
tried
bet
to
I
like
could
be
do it
when
now.
it teaches scores, like when it teaches times to get like, what is it, £25 Nintendo voucher?
Like,
Yeah.
was that at the festival?
No, it was just in college whilst we were, on Tuesday whilst we was waiting for stuff to happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, fair enough.
and Enzo set a score of like 35.0 seconds, something like that in it on a track. And I think
Which
Jacob got
track?
like 35.1. I feel like Jacob was like
Which
0.1
track?
second from me.
I'm
I
gonna up.
don't know. I don't know off the top of my
It's
head.
like Mario, so like the Mario race course, Mario circuit. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna look up little cheats for it.
Anyway, let's reel it back to the original conversation. We went into a bit of an F1 tangent there, just because I was curious and I don't know anything about it.
You were intrigued. Yeah, so it's less of a case of Team 1 or Team 2. It's more of a case of Overwatch or F1.
Yeah. So if you had opportunity to play for both, which would you choose? Do you know?
If I had the opportunity to play for both, which would I choose?
If you had the opportunity to play
Yeah.
for either of them, which one would you choose out of both of them? I worded it a bit wrong, so I'm a bit special.
See, there's pros and cons to each of them. Overwatch is a game I know I'm good at. I'm confident in my ability at it. F1, it's more of a rare thing, but I'd be going against other people who are like top level, best of the best. So it's good to Overwatch where I know I've got the skill for it, or F1, which is a very rare chance.
But if you did make the F1 team, would that make you happier than playing Overwatch, or vice versa?
Nobody's ever playing Overwatch.
True.
It's I don't know. That's a difficult one because for the F1 they have to do a full like half an hour of practice, full qualifying which takes 45 minutes, and then a race which on average would take about half an hour because they shorten it down. So overall, I'd be spending more time on F1, and if I'm not doing the best at it, I feel like I'd just slowly get burnt out by it. And so I'd like to do it, but I just feel like if I'm not the best at it, I just get burnt out.
I see that. So Overwatch.
Imagine it's a tough decision then.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, Overwatch. Right, last thing from you, Harrison,
Overwatch.
until we give you back to the other voice chat.
Yay.
Any like is going to like if you make the team, would like any differences you'd be as a player from playing last year's team to now? Like, what differences do you reckon it'd be from how you played back then until now?
Difference in play style.
Difference in playstyle, different in like anything, different people in your team, just
Mentality, whatever.
yeah.
Would you learn a different tank?
Doesn't
Like
matter. I
ball?
know how to do most tanks. If we
Do
need
you know
ball,
ball?
I'll just call on Josh to do it. Oh, I know ball.
Harrison knows a ball too.
I am a baller. No, I'm not. Difference in play. It's hard to say because you don't know who you're gonna get as teammates.
Yeah.
Because obviously we finished. What time is it now? We finished it about 6 hours ago. We find out either tomorrow or Friday who gets on what.
What do we
And
think,
so it's a
actually?
case
Are
of
we
if
going
you
to find
don't know,
out tomorrow or Friday?
I hope it's tomorrow.
I don't know.
I hope it's tomorrow.
It could be either. I don't
How
know.
many days after was it when he sent us all a message?
Friday, but that's because he said Friday. He didn't say today or
Yeah.
tomorrow. Oh,
Fair enough.
I hope he makes his mind up soon.
So
I'll grill him
Yeah.
tomorrow. It's fine.
Good.
Not really. Not actually grill him.
People know what the word grill means. Chill out.
Okay.
You're
Anyway,
going tomorrow, Charlie.
Yeah.
back to question,
We'll
Harrison.
see
Any
that.
difference in mentality,
Yeah, so
play
again,
style?
it's difficult, like really to say who your teammates are going to be because it could be if it's people you've not. Again, so synergy is something you can build on quickly. But if it's people that you don't really play with, it's a sense of okay, who do you play? How do you play? That's as long as you can get down. Who do you play? How do you play? What are you best at? Those once soon as you get those three like nailed down, you can work well. With terms of play styles, don't be as aggressive as I was start of last year.
Yeah.
Not in the backlines 24/7. Be someone that's not Reinhardt if it's not working. Don't try and force a losing matchup. If I feel like I need to criticize someone on something, I will be blunt and say this isn't working. You need to swap something up.
Yeah.
Because criticism, instead of like dealing harshly, instead of like trying to find a way to soothe it in, unless it's like worst case scenario, you need to just say it bluntly. You can't like hint. You don't want to really hint at it because no, they might not really understand it. If you want to help someone improve, you need to be blunt with them.
Constructive
that.
criticism in a way.
Constructive criticism, so yeah, just sort of like explaining to them what isn't working, what they could change, what they should change, such like that.
Yeah, that's a brilliant way of putting it. To be fair, like if somebody on your team hypothetically is like doing like not as good as they can on a character, you know, like this other character could work. You should tell them rather than letting them go on thinking they're doing really good as that character and actually just kind of lacking a bit. You should. I feel like it should be like your job as like maybe like a in-game leader or something to tell them like, yeah, listen, we need to maybe swap it up a bit. It's not like you're doing bad. It's just we might need something stronger or something that works within this situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, good answers from you, Harrison. That was.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
Harrison. Really appreciate it. My little question, is there any little wild card that you're going to be throwing out then this year if you did make the team?
Explain what you mean by wild card.
It's in the question.
Be a big German we are having.
Wild card.
Anything up your sleeve that you might just randomly spring out into a match like nobody's expecting.
I'm not allowed to swear, am I? I don't know. I feel like everything that I have to show, I've shown. The one thing would be, which I don't think would ever happen, is we pull out Zen, Glass Cannon Man. Bang! Dominate the backlines.
With the amount of
Bang.
bang, with the amount of supports that we've got this year, I don't think Zen's coming out.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, obviously it's not happening. No,
Yeah,
that's the only wild
it would
card.
be
I
wild.
think, but it will not happen.
It would be
Perfect,
wild.
It would be very wild.
So yeah.
No.
And also, I'd probably make more. My other wild card would be I'd probably make more sound effects than I already do.
Bless you, Jacob.
Thank you.
I
But yeah,
even hear him sneeze.
yeah, you go out on mute. But yeah, thank you so much, Harrison. This has been Harrison Richardson. And yeah, full legal name drop and what.
You
yeah.
can't see me, but I'm currently saluting on the other side of the microphone.
Okay, and
I'm currently saluting on the side of the screen.
But yeah, thank you for joining us, and we'll let you go back to doing whatever you're doing, and we'll see you in a bit.
playing FIFA or whatever.
Hey boys,
See you in a bit.
no, get lost.
Right.
I'm done with that now.
So we are back, and we are with Alfie, one of our friends, but he wasn't on the Overwatch team last year, so we're going to count him as a new player. He was a person who shoutcasted our games when we were playing last year. Do you want to give an introduction of yourself, Alfie?
Hello everybody, I'm Alfie. Some people may recognise me as a shoutcaster last year, such as iconic moments such as the 4K. Connor pulled off an Unreal Genji Blade in one of the fixtures.
I remember.
But yeah, this
I
year
was there.
I'm here to take a place on the team, hopefully.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. So, like I said, we're going to treat you like a new player because you're not returning. You are brand new, brand spanking new, just fresh out the box. So, who are you and what do you play?
As I've already said, I'm Alfie. I do play support. Although pre-trials I was a flex, but I think now I've found my role. I've found my strong characters. I like to play Weaver. I like to play Iari. I like to play a bit of Kiriko here and there.
Can we just ban
see Charlie's
Iari?
clearly shaking his head at that pronunciation, but I'll think you'll find I'm Spanish. So.
Okay.
Oh well.
So you went to tryouts. You did Valorant and Overwatch. You lucky man. But we're going to talk about Overwatch. No Valorant. Shouldn't have brought it up. My bad. So going into it, how did you feel? Like going into these Overwatch tryouts, you know who was going to be there. So like Connor, Jacob, Maddie, all these types of people that are going to be there. Like really good players and stuff like that. How did you feel?
I'll be completely honest. I felt worried. It might not sound like it, but I was quite worried going into it. My heart was racing for the first game, to be fair, and I didn't really fancy my chances. Now I feel like I'm a bit more confident. But like honestly, coming up against players like you lot, it's tough, and to earn a spot, you've got to really show your worth. So yeah, I was very scared, quite timid.
Yeah.
But I feel like after a few games, then you sort of ease into the pressure and you start to perform your best, I suppose.
Yeah, I completely agree. So after the first elimination stage, and you got picked, did that give you even more relief, or did it just send your nerves skyrocketing again because you knew you were going to be the best of the best?
Bit of both, yeah. So obviously I was like, yes, I've made it through this next bit, but then I thought, well, it's going to be even harder now. It's got rid of the players that weren't worthy, not necessarily worthy enough, but the weaker players of what turned up for the trials. And obviously there was a lot of competition with support, so I really had to fight for my spot. So I was quite happy with earning my way through to the next round, but also very, like, almost full of just nerves and being scared of what had to come. And but yeah, overall probably quite relieved that I made it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you made it because from what Connor's told me and from what I've seen, we think you're a really good like support and stuff like that. James, one of our next interviewees, if you call them, he's told us a lot about you. Like you've improved like quite a lot and stuff like that, and we look forward to seeing it. So say you do make the team, so team 1, team 2, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. How would that make you sort of feel? How would you feel if you made the team? Would you struggle with it or struggle to get to know new people? I know you're a really open person, so I can't see you struggling, but I just feel like, getting to know your teammates is kind of a bit of a iffy.
Yeah, I feel like shoutcasting last year's got me a lot of experience because obviously I've seen you all play, I've seen you play as a team, I've learned how you react to different situations and stuff. So if I did get through, for one, I'd be buzzing because it's a lot of pressure off my shoulders. Then
Yeah.
I've actually done it, obviously. But I feel like I could settle in quite well. Even if there's some new players there, I'd be more than happy to get to know them, and obviously training sessions and stuff, I'd be committed to making sure that I put the hours in to make sure that we can do successful.
Yeah. That honestly, that you couldn't have said it better. That is something that's like we've had a few answers. We'll tell you that much. So
Just the contrasting answers.
yeah. So what do you think you bring to the team? So what type of things do you think make you stand out to the rest of us?
To be honest, I think, to be fair, my individual like mechanical play is probably on par with some of the other players. I'll say that. There's probably players that are better than me on support, to be honest. But I think the fact that I can bring maybe a bit more positivity and a bit more vocals to the team, communication and things like that, I think that can be crucial in winning games, because we all know that communication plays such a big part in fixtures. And
Yeah.
it's not only how good the players are, it's how good they can work as a team, how good the teamwork is, how good they can communicate. That's so vital. So I think that the fact that I can bring communication and the fact that I know everybody, I feel like I'll settle in really well and make an impact to the team.
We do look forward to seeing that.
That's an amazing answer. Let me just say that was an amazing answer.
Not gonna pick favourites or anything, but favourite so far. What? Who said that?
That's nice to hear.
Do you want to ask the wild question, or should I?
Well, before I say anything, I'm just gonna say it now. I think you've got a good chance of making the team, like either of them. Before tryouts even started, I've said to Charles, I've said to everybody that you're one of the people I'm looking out for when it comes to these tryouts, because we had like some like little practice matches before, like during holidays and stuff. We came in over holidays, we played some Overwatch, and you were terrifying on DPS. You absolutely rolled me on some of the matches. I know you could turned up as support this time, but I think you went against me as a Widow one time, and you absolutely like sent me back to spawn every time I even looked up.
Yeah,
and it was absolutely terrifying.
Last year, it was. I've struggled with consistency. I feel like every now and again I'd turn up in a game, but now I found a role that I like. Which, to be fair, I'd be open to trying other roles if they needed it in the teams or whatever. But I feel like now I've found a role that I'm comfortable with. My consistency is getting better. I'm learning the characters better, and I'm learning how to play with different characters like on support. So yeah, I feel like I've grew as a player quite a lot.
Yeah, as you previously mentioned, you bring communication. I was like, if you didn't say that, I was going to say it for you, because even if you're not even playing, you're communicating more than the actual team's playing. Like, I said it today, earlier today to you, but like, in a good way, you do not stop running your mouth. You like, if something's happening, you say it. You like, and that's what sometimes the team's missing. Like, cause like you've got previous like experience as a shoutcaster, so you know obviously how to say when situations happen and stuff like that. Like if something happens, you're like, oh, this is happening. So you know how to do that from your shoutcasting experience, and now being able to put that into like possibly playing with us, I feel like that's something I'll be really looking forward to if we get on the same team, like personally.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think shoutcasting has had a big impact on my communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to say it though.
Just to clarify, we know nothing. We
know nothing about the teams.
We know nothing. Just to clarify.
From how we speak, it makes it sound like we do, but we know nothing. We just pretend we know everything.
We're all hopeful, guys. We're all hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think we'll find out? This is another one. Do you think we'll find out tomorrow, or do you think we'll find out Friday?
Well, considering how the trials went, I think it were quite competitive. I think it's going to be hard for Wilf to make all those decisions. There's a lot of competition, especially in my role support. There was a lot of supports, but
so many supports.
So many.
I think probably Friday, if I'm going to be completely honest.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I feel like Friday for supports, but I feel like he'll get DPS and tag down tomorrow, but I feel like he'll need that extra day for the supports alone.
100%, yeah.
Like 6% of players were supports, and it's just mental how many turned up. It's like I said, it's really competitive for that role.
Yeah, it's very worrying because like there's a lot of support players that I like. There's a bunch of them that went that I know, and I know that can play to a good level. So I'm in like competition with them as well as DPS, because I went for that too. So I'm in competition with the DPS players, looking for like spots there. But honestly, I think you will make it. Like no judge about it. I think you'll either get second team or, honestly, I think first. If not, you're definitely a reserve first.
Yeah, thank you. It does mean a lot coming from you a lot, to be fair, being an Overwatch team last year, and I'm still gonna stay humble for now though, because I'm not 100% sure yet. None of us are, so all we can do is stay hopeful and stay confident, I suppose.
Just keep that ego up. You deserve it. You honestly do.
Yeah.
Deserve it. So we'll ask this one last question, and then you're free to go. Is there any type of wild card that you are wanting to bring to this team, or that you're just gonna whip out of nowhere and just smash it on the table and be like, look, this is what I've got, what are you gonna do about it?
Well, it's a good question, to be fair. I feel like maybe a captaincy role. Obviously that's probably a bit of a stretch, I'd like to think that I could maybe contest for it, because I feel like I could command a team quite well. Whether or not it will happen, I don't know. But I like to think I'd put myself forward for it, and I would have a go. But that's probably my wild card, if anything. Or maybe trying different roles. I don't know. Maybe throughout the year, trying a game on DPS or something like that. It's probably something else too.
I see that. I honestly do. That's amazing.
I can see you as a captain. Like you're such a vocal person. A captain role suits you like perfectly, I'd say. Over like somebody who's like maybe a bit more timid. I feel like as a player, I'd want somebody who's more speaking and more open and stuff like that. So I feel like you'd be perfect for a captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, on captaincy last year, Charlie, I really thought you handled captaincy really well, like down to a T. Because obviously the team was in a quite a wishy-washy state, we'll call it. It was not looking good, but I think you handled it really well and you sorted it out, and we did quite well.
I had some really great people around me, I'll tell you that much. That really helped. But yeah, thank you so much for that. We will let you escape us now, and we'll let you get back to your life. So thank you for spending about 10 minutes with us, just to talk about your experience. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks a lot for having me. I wish you all luck for the team.
Yep. Thank you
Good
very
luck
much.
as well to you.
See you later.
See you later.
Okay, so we're joined by James now. Thank you for joining us, James, and welcome to the Trinity Podcast. This is your first time. How are we feeling?
I'm so happy to be on Trinity Podcast right now. I can't lie.
That sounds so.
That sounds so sarcastic.
It's dream come true. No. I watch it every day.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I actually do. Me and Alfie are always there on upload day. Me and Alfie are always there on upload week.
No,
What was the last episode called?
Right.
Okay.
Fake fan. Don't want you. Right. Anyway, so you were at the Overwatch Trials 2 this week. So how did you feel about your Overwatch Trials?
I think it went well. I lost a single game. It was against Connor, so it don't really count.
I'm just better. Let's be honest.
Okay.
No, but I feel like my only game I lost against, I only lost one game as well today. I think it was also against you. So I feel like we got each other.
The last episode was called Tattoo Ideas.
You just looked it up.
Nope.
Moving on. Yeah. Anyway, so you're a returning player this year, coming to tryouts and stuff like that. So do you want to just introduce yourself and tell us who you play and what roles you'd play? Can
I go through my life story?
No.
Or how I went from a support to a DPS?
Oh, yes, you can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, I was in the slums. I started poor and as a Lucio main and ended the game with a better than Genji as Connor.
Okay. What?
Right, that's it.
Can we go back to the story and fact check it?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, so I'll tell you the real story. So James started on support, then got booted over to DPS, found out he can hit shots, and then now he's a DPS player, and he's on level with Connor.
I went to tank, and then I went back to DPS.
Oh, you did play a couple of games as Winston, didn't you?
I was Winton.
Winton. Early Red Hampton, I've got Winton.
Yeah. Got it all, guys. Got it all. All here on the Trinity Podcast.
God.
Including Jacob.
Yeah.
He's there.
It's just there.
He likes to jump in on conversations. He's like our little pet. Every time we speak to him, he just yaps up.
Necked pet.
He just yaps up. Isn't that right, Jacob? Isn't that right, Jacob?
You look bald, Charlie, from this camera angle.
How am I bald? I am literally blue.
I don't see that.
He's literally Tyler Fortnite Ninja Bloggers. So you can't be bald.
You need to get a headband, Charlie.
Hold on.
I'll buy you the ninja headband.
No.
What the hell?
Just put on your forehead. Oh my god, he's literally ninja.
Oh my god. You can't. You have to stay like that now.
Hold on.
Oh no, don't show your hairline. That's awful. Wait.
Oh wow. That's worse. Now he's a clown.
Now you look like Pennywise.
I can fix this. Right. There we go. Right. Anyway.
You're not seriously doing that, right?
I will.
Alright.
Jesus Christ.
Stay like that. No, stay like that. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, let's not talk about Tiny Ninja Fortnite Blevins. Anyway, so how did you feel going into tryouts this week?
I hadn't played Overwatch in like how many months? 3 months.
And that was your first time
so-
touching the game back.
Well, apart from when I played Lorry once. But so I wasn't very confident. But then I played well last week.
Okay,
Last
so
week.
after the elimination stages, how did you feel? Like, did you feel nervous, or did you just?
No, because we kind of just. I think that first game when we kind of when they put our team against like apparently the top of them and we kind of rolled. I kind of think I lost nerves then.
Yeah.
But like speaking of nerves, like when you going into trials, like did you feel different going into trials this year than you did last year?
Do you remember when we first started fixtures and when you see a play of the game of mine, it's just my hands going crazy. Like I wouldn't stop shaking, and now I kind of it's fine now. I think it's kind of got past that part.
I feel like everybody from the last year's team, when this first started, had zero confidence, but me and Connor. Like,
But yeah,
Well,
because you've already
because we
been in
did
that
the role before.
situation.
We did year before as well. To be fair, last time.
no, it was just like because you know, you were all new and you didn't really know a lot of each other.
But yeah, so we had to adapt to it. It's what you have to do, really. But yeah. So back to Connor's question. What was the question that you asked?
Like, was it different going into trials this year than it was last year?
Very, very. I was
In what
nervous,
way?
but I wasn't like stressing. If you get what I mean, it's not like I haven't played in a while. I might do bad, but it's not gonna bother me as much as it would last year.
Yeah. So, how did you feel after the elimination stage? Did you just feel even more confident about how it was all gonna go, or?
At that point, it was us lot playing again, so it was just kind of enforcing the fact that we can't get there if we wanted to. If that makes
Yeah.
sense, I guess.
Yeah. So we've got a fair idea that you're gonna make the team. So
Yeah, I think it's like a given for you
it's so
first.
cute.
Like, I don't know why, but I feel like the lineup we had last year. I feel like us as a team, like, I don't understand why. It's just we work really well together for like absolutely no reason. Like, it's not like we really talk much outside of playing fixtures last year. Like, I feel like one or two people like from our team, like we didn't even speak to them, like whatever. Yet we still played together as if we've been like playing for like a year or two.
yeah,
I don't understand why we have like such random synergy together, even though like James plays Valorant, like so does like Flo, but we don't really have time to play with each other yet. We still made it work. I don't understand how that works with us. Oh god.
built different.
I mean,
Actually,
you all have plenty of time to play with each other. You just don't wanna.
that's what I'm saying.
We
Well,
just don't
yeah,
like each other when it comes to outside of college.
yeah, we had all the time in the world to play with each other, but we just didn't. But we still came back when we did play on fixture days, as if we've been playing all week practicing.
I feel like that's
That's
something
what I'm saying.
that needs to
I
be
don't understand
changed.
how. Yeah, it needs to be saying we need to actually play with each other more this year, but I feel like we still stand a good chance,
Yeah.
even if we didn't.
So yeah, back to the question. So let's say we're gonna flip it because obviously you know that you're gonna get in. Let's say something drastic happens. Someone comes in and like, no, you can't play this team. What would you do?
Keep it safe for work.
Okay. Well, I guess not let it. If like, just not give it. Well, I guess fight for it more is an easier way of saying
No,
that.
if you were told you're not playing, you just can't get back in. You're just not playing. What would you do?
What would you
That
say?
is such a weird
What do
hypothetical.
You
you
gave
just
him a little
say?
bit of a
That's like
weird question here, Charlie.
that's awful. It's like going like Charlie, answer this. If one day you woke up, you had no legs, what would you do?
I'd not walk.
Well,
All right, so here we go. Not play.
exactly. Like, it's such a weird hypothetical. Like, I can see the type of question you're going for. I just feel like you should have prepared it beforehand. Let's be honest.
All right. What if you went into a fixture, you got absolutely diffed, from
By
someone?
Names.
Okay, yeah.
Names.
For instance,
Names.
Connor. If you got diffed by Connor by an absolute ton, what would you do?
Calling Connor a ton.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'd just take your place, Charlie. Like, I would support.
Yeah, I
Ah.
feel like I could take Lucio back off you, as if it was nothing.
Right. Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No worries, man. We believe in you.
Yeah,
Fuck,
sounds like
saying
it.
that to James, not you.
What do you think is different from this year to last year? What are you bringing to the table that's different?
Experience in a competitive
Environment.
environment. Thank you.
That sounds like it's scripted now that I finished the sentence.
Wow, Trinity's
You're just
fake.
pointing at the words on the script, right? Over here.
Environment.
Yes. So you just straight up going practice, experience.
I think you have to
stuff
be a
like
lot
that.
less nervous when it comes to actually.
Be honest with us, James. Did you ever get nervous?
Last year, yes.
I could not see you getting nervous. You weren't the type of person to get nervous. You'd go
when
into
you
that.
put me on, well, I'm playing like when you see them play the games and they play the games with me just having a seizure with my hand, then I think that is nerves.
I feel like this is the only person I can ask, like, out of people who've had on, like, seeing yourself get a play of the game in like an actual fixture where obviously you're going against teams that are also chosen as their best from their like representative college. How does it feel seeing your own name as like the play of the game in that match? Because I know for me, because when I got it, I was like, how have I actually got this? Out of all the other people who's actually here, how did I get it out of everybody?
Yeah.
So I just wonder what you felt
I
like when you
think
got
when
yours.
we came into like the later matches, when it came to the limb stage and it's like the really good players and then you still get to play the game, that's when it feels great.
Yeah, it's you can't even describe the feeling. Maybe you'd get one. I play the game someday, Jacob, but
I'm Charlie.
maybe Charlie held a beat someday.
No, if I played the roles that
What?
I wanted to
What?
Wait,
in these
actually-
little fix,
Jacob did get a play of the game. He got one of Symmetra, remember?
Oh yeah,
And
it's
Reaper.
King Pro.
You got one of Symmetra. Yeah, but Reaper
I'm
didn't matter.
Reaper.
Q, like it doesn't matter. But Symmetra, he kind of like snipes people with secondary fire, so it kind of is a bit more impressive than just Reaper spin.
Yeah.
But-
So. Do I ask him this question? Is there a wild card that you haven't shown any of the old team yet? Or obviously you've got your aim a lot better from playing like Valorant all summer and stuff like that. But is there anything that you haven't like revealed to the team that you can bring to this year's team to make it a lot different?
No.
No,
Right,
we just
fair
go
able.
in, same as last year, just
Fair enough.
same James,
don't-
just
Well, I
I
took
play
a
hit
6
scan
month.
Genji
I
sometimes.
took like a 5 month break. I don't think I can really pull something out right now.
Fair enough.
lineups on Hanzo.
Yeah.
Oh, long clip from the
You can get the
days.
Sonar lineups.
I got the dragon lineups. They bounce now. Did you not know?
God.
So you know about this Josh and Harrison feud going on.
Oh, it's awesome.
I want to ask
They've
you
been
about
arguing.
this.
Well, they've not been arguing, but there's just been like it's just really funny in the voice chat of when those two together.
I
It's
just
quite
want
funny.
to know what you think of it all. We didn't ask Alfie or Miles, but we asked Josh and Harrison what they both thought. I just want to know what you think of it all. Bit of gossip.
What do you want to say? Well, I think. Well, like who do I think's better? Or
No,
You
who
can
do you-
say that if you... No, you can say it. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
all banter at the end of the day.
Harrison's just further in the meta, so I'm going to say he's better.
I'm like, do you agree with me that you're actually kind of surprised by how good Josh is actually on tank when it comes to other tank heroes?
Yeah.
Like, because we spoke before and like, oh, well, I don't know if I spoke with you, but I spoke with Charles saying, oh, going in, I'm just gonna like play Sombra to stop it, like shut down his ball player completely. 'Cause if that's the only person that can play, then it's just easy counter. We'll show that it's easy countable. But then he swapped like a Rissa, and I was like,
His Arista
hold on a
is really
second.
good. I'll give him that. His Arista is really strong.
I said to him, like, personally, like, in, I think, end of last week, Wednesday, I said, if you put the same amount of time to Orisa than you have Hamster, you'd be actually an exceptional player. But I think he just likes Hamster.
He does.
I think-
He said that. He just likes it. He just likes
He
it.
just likes it.
I respect it, to be fair. Plays off
I mean-
meta and goes with it.
Yeah, it takes a lot of, like, guts to, like, play, like, off meta.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this team's really strong. Nah, I'll play who I want and I'll still make it effective. It's actually, I wish I could do that with some characters I play.
I don't know if you've seen him, but he reminds me of that one bald guy who just lays on his couch. and
We
plays
mentioned
ball.
that.
probably
Yeah.
that's what I said
We
earlier.
yeah, that Bame
Hamster.
30. Hamster.
I said he looked like a hamster as well.
He had
I
a
guess
he
that
had a,
kinda helps.
he had a plushy hamster that he brought into college. I don't know why.
He got given it. Somebody gifted him it.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that other player called April who tried out last week.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently I just gave him it.
Fair enough.
They're really good friends. I'm in a server with them. We met like at the start of like when they started college, I'm really good mates with them. But yeah. So we'll end James's section and we'll go on to Jacob's.
Oh yeah, we've not done yours and Jacob's yet, have we?
Yeah, we'll go on that.
Kind of got rushed.
So, Jacob, I'll let Connor ask these, just because.
Let me ask them.
Yeah.
Wow, you know how bad I was asking last time though.
Oh well, just go.
Go.
Thrive with it, bro. Thrive.
Let me get the definitely not script up. As I said, it's not scripted.
No,
Not
not scripted. Trinity, not scripted. Promise.
We are real, authentic podcast.
Promise.
Real
right.
Groupies. Am I right, guys?
Jacob, would you be classed as a returning player since you won bench all last year?
What?
Bro said that in the most
Why did
monotone
he say
voice.
it in, like,
He said that
the
in the most monotone voice.
The most interview.
Well,
you
sorry,
like interrogate him. You got to lie over him. You're
Jacob, your
like, Jacob,
thoughts. How do
you know,
think
because
this
you
game
got
has gone?
benched last year. Are you gonna be on that? You gonna be on the bench, or should we just?
I'm hearing myself back. That was awful.
Right.
For me, actually. The question still stands though.
Right,
would you be
what's
classed
the
as
question?
would you be classed as a returning player since you were sat on bench all last year?
Because I
obviously-
played on a few.
Because depends what
played-
questions we ask.
I played on quarter of the game.
Right.
Probably less.
Right, we'll actually get
So-
started now. I'll stop bullying him. Right, so what characters do you play these days? Because I feel like you play different characters from last year than you do this year. Like,
Yeah.
which characters do you play now? Like, what role and whatever?
I'm really different. Well, I'm still loving Orisa. She's my main still.
Very strong at the moment.
Yeah.
Very strong.
So Orisa and I play Zaya. If I'm like off tanking, when I'm just like messing about on an off tank on comp, and like I know my Orisa is not as good as their Orisa. Like I play Zaya a lot, so
Yeah, good
it's
count.
kind of Orisa, Zaya, my two tank mains at the minute. I'm not that hyped about DPS at the minute. All I'm doing is Sombra, Reaper, and sometimes when I'm feeling, I don't know when, but like when I'm feeling spicy, just a little bit of Ash.
Oh, spicy Ash.
Yeah. And then for healer, I've been playing Ilaria a lot, Mercy a lot more. I feel like I'd be a really good Mercy, to be fair.
I reckon you can like fit in the outfit as well.
And
I see that.
and Bap.
that little cheeky smile, then he's like, "Oh, I would actually." Yeah, you've got a good pool of heroes. Let's be honest. Like, you've always been like quite a
I've always
comfortable.
had a good pull.
All
You've
right.
had you've always had like you've always been one of those flex players where like, yeah, we can fall back on him. Like if we need a certain player, like yeah, we'll put Jacob in. If we need a tank, like yeah, we'll put a Jacob in. I feel like you're somebody really good to fall back on if we like need somebody. Hold on, I clicked off the chat. Let me go back into it.
Not scripted,
seems
by
like-
the way.
Not scripted. Definitely. I mean, I didn't click off the chat. I
We've
clicked
not,
off.
we've
thought-
not cut this.
We've definitely not
podcast
cut it.
several times.
As mentioned, you are a returning player. Like, what were your thoughts going into this, like tryouts this year compared to how you went into them last year?
Well, originally, I just went into it thinking, I'll just go into it. Like, I'll just play as I normally do it. I won't like put effort in. I won't. I just play how I am because I know that if I play how I am, they won't expect a lot from. When we're actually in game, whereas I can like try a lot harder in them. So to be fair, didn't expect to get to second round of the tryouts, but I did. So
What were you feeling when he read out your name to say that you made it through to the second round?
I was surprised, really. I'd like to say I was surprised.
But let's leave it at that. Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, it was like a pool of like 49 supposed people.
Yeah,
So
there was
choosing
so many
half of
people.
those is no matter who you are, you've got to still be a little bit surprised in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But something I can only ask you because, well, as I'm gonna say, me and you are the only like proper like veteran players when it comes to the Overwatch team at college. How do you feel like you've like personally developed since your first year, like in 2021 would it be, through
Yeah.
to playing now? Like, how do you think you've developed as a player?
Well, I'm now a PC player, so
Always
I'm
better.
a lot more better on the keyboard and mouse. My comms have got a lot better over this few seasons. I do a lot more call outs, so I've noticed that. But yeah, that's really it.
Yeah. Well, steady
No.
improvement.
Charlie did not agree there. What the?
No.
Yeah, your comms have, like, as I've said, I've played with you for the past 2 years. Like, your comms have improved. Like the only, like, I tell you
We
in
do
game,
need to get better.
the only way I'd improve your comms is that when you're in the moment of a team fight, you just press Q. You're like, I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
anything because I'm too focused. I'm just gonna press all. Everyone like, Jacob, you didn't tell us you're like, yeah, because I was focused. But
No,
that's,
but
that's
like
the only
when you
reason I'd
see
not-
when you see several people and you've got milliseconds to react to that, and you have to react there and then, it's like, right, I need to do this now. So I just do it now.
Just say I'm ulting, and then just do it. That's all you gotta say.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that fair, like that's what you just said, Jacob. Like, you're in a call with 3 Genji players, so we can all kind of feel with you when you see all those people line up and you've got your ultimate. We're like, we kind of go, hold on a second, play the game.
It's like
No.
whenever I've played, because Orisa and Reaper are the very like area-based ultimates. They're not like, yeah, you can go over here, you can go over there, this, that, and the other.
To be fair, you can go everywhere with Reaper. You can still walk.
No, I mean, as soon as you activate that ult, you
Yeah,
can't
and I
move
think
anywhere.
Yeah, I get what it
Yeah.
means.
So when I ult, I can't move to different people and like catch up with them if I'm behind by a few seconds. I've got to get them there. Like Orisa does have a pull, so I can pull them all to the middle of it. So I will shout out when I've got an Orisa. But with Reaper, it's like they can escape that range whenever they want.
Yeah, both
Really.
ults like easily countable in a way, but they're still
Yeah.
very strong. Especially the
Oh.
rest is like the combination of like capability. You can combo with so many different ultimates. Ilari, Genji, like you can combo like 90% of ultimates with Orisa, and it's absolutely
Yeah.
mental. That's the reason why she's so strong, like for no reason. What we were gonna say, Charlie? You just went, oh, for no reason.
So
Yeah.
I went against an Orisa. So you said you was talking about so many people that can pair it. I was talking about like counters. So I had this one game where I was playing Weaver for some bizarre reason. I just decided to play Weaver. And they had an Orisa. Saw him ult. I just put a petal down, just lifted up, and then slammed.
Yeah.
So it didn't do ult.
Weaver is so good in that aspect. Like, 5k Orisa ult. Nah, just throw a flower
Yeah.
at floor. Everybody's safe. Same with like Zarya grabs or just it's live we've been like so good at like saving people from ultimates.
It's a bit weird with Zarya grabs because you're like floating, so you need that certain person to touch the flower for it to go up.
Yeah.
So it's iffy and Ari, really.
Yeah, if it's like 1 or 2 people, you just life grip them out.
Yeah.
Sorry. Once again, I clicked off because I'm really sidetracked by just clicking random stuff. Yeah. How would you feel if you make the team? Like, how are you feeling? Do you think you'll make first, second team? Like,
I think definitely a second team. Or like benched second team. I don't think first team. Well, by first team I mean like the best team, and second team being like probably like the medium best. I don't know how he's gonna do it.
I hope he does it fair, not just like
Yeah,
I-
not the best people and then we're like the
Yeah.
second best people.
obviously there needs to be like a difference in like skill like level what they play at. But I hope they don't just like put people together just because of that.
Yeah.
Like you said about at least being a sub, would you be still happy being like marked as a substitute for a team, or
This year I don't think so.
you don't think you'd be happy making being a
No.
sub? So what would like hypothetically if you
You
put,
just
like,
said you'd be all right with a reserve on the team too.
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean like I'd be happy being on team too.
All right.
All right, okay, yeah, I think you. I answered opposite by accident. I think that's me asking weirdly. I think I might have already asked this, but I don't think. Let's be more exact about it. How are you like from last year? Or we can go the year before since like we've played multiple years. Like what's like the major difference? Like if you look at gameplay from Jacob like a year from now, like a year ago, and look at Jacob's gameplay now, what would the difference be? Like what could you pick out?
You talking to me?
Oh,
No, talking to Jacob.
I was gonna say.
like
It's his question.
I can tell that I've been playing keyboard and mouse. Sorry about
You just did
That's
that so gangster.
that. I know.
Sorry.
Only Jacob could do that like that.
It's just obvious that like my tracking's more on. It doesn't look like janky for like aim assist.
How's your
Usually
like,
it just crack onto it, won't
how's
it?
your hero pool changed over time? Would you say?
Oh, drastically! It changes all the time.
Yeah, like who was you playing last year in the team? I can't remember. Me.
Ryan,
You were as a tank player, wasn't you?
I wanted to. So it'd be Ryan, Zaya. I'd rarely play Zaya.
Yeah, Zaya was not in a good place last year, I don't think.
Yeah.
He was a very weird character to play. I thought Charlie was frozen then. His like entire body just froze.
Sorry.
I know I played Winston one time last.
I can't remember you playing Winston.
I think I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but I played Winston really well.
Yeah. I personally don't remember. That's just we had a lot of games last year. We were lucky enough to make it like really high in the like in our own respective division.
Yeah.
Quite well. We just were amazing last year. I feel like coming this year, we'll make it further because naturally we've just got better over time.
Yeah.
I just hope we don't get like bad matchups like coming into it. Like our tutor said earlier on today that we like the team one has a choice of becoming either being in the nationals or the open league. Like I'm asking all three of you, like which team would you what type of like tournament would you like to play for, like the nationals or open league? Start with Charlie.
Open.
Open?
Definitely,
Reasonings?
because I just feel like the league would be, although it'd be a lot of fun to be in that competitive situation, I'd much rather be in a much calmer one. Because obviously there's going to be the best of the best of the best of the best playing in the league. Yeah, of the best playing in the league. So I don't think having like, you know, people that haven't really worked together in that league play obviously in that league, which would be in the open instead of nationals.
I feel like the ultimate goal at the end is obviously to be good enough to play in that type of league, but I feel like as our like playstyle right now, I don't think we are equipped with the skills to like play at that level.
For a league, you need to be playing with each other for like a year or two.
Yeah.
And you need to keep that team going. You can't just pick a new team every
year. So I don't think we should ever go to like nationals or anything unless
I think
it's the exact same team of the exact same year.
Are you in agreement, Jacob? Would you like to play nationals or just open league?
I'd like to play the easier one because at least we get to do something from it. But I think this is why we've got like a second team, because we could have a team where it's like, you know, all for fun, get around there, and then you have the team full of, you know, higher levels, higher skill levels, all that. Good team who's been playing with each other for like quite a few years now, and they can go into the what you call it league, the higher ups.
Nationals, yeah.
What about you,
James? Your opinion? Would you like to play for the nationals if given the chance, or would you want to just stay in open?
What is the difference?
Right, the nationals is like we've mentioned it last year, that one team was sponsored by Dallas Fuel, which is a massive accomplishment. Like it's where it's like the actual best of the best teams go. It's like it's like a league. It's like open league is like Overwatch Contenders. National League is like Overwatch League. That's like the difference. That's
probably do the open then, right?
Yeah, it's just I feel like it's more rewarding.
I think if you're in, well, we're all plat diamond kind of level, I don't think we can make national just yet.
Yeah.
What's the difference, like, of prize and what we get to do?
I don't think there'd be much difference.
I don't think there's much difference other than like
prizes and like.
If it's nationals, I feel like it'll be something major towards Overwatch or whatever respective game you're playing at a national level. And like Tutor said earlier, even in open league, if we make it finals, we still go to one of the big like venues to play in the finals.
I'm sure if you win in nationals, you're getting a lot of like sponsors from big teams as well.
Yeah, I feel like that's maybe how the Dallasfield team got their sponsor. I checked the registered teams already earlier whilst I was looking at like rules or whatever. That GCS Owls have already signed up. Not
Isn't
like
that
really
the one
scary.
That beat us last year.
They're really scary Welsh. We got free. They 3-0'd the team we got 3-0'd by.
Yeah.
and if we ever go against them as a team, I feel like we just need to quit. Like, as much as I'd like to believe in our team and whatever, that is just something else. They're absolutely mental.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the type of team, that type of skill is what you need to be when it comes to nationals, and we just unfortunately are not that high yet.
But
We might be in a couple of years.
if
But
you think about it, if we do open league, shut up, children. If we do open league and we like build all this team up and stuff like that, maybe in times to come we could make our own team and we could do nationals on our own rather than
I was thinking that whilst I was speaking about it, like not college or uni related, just maybe in our own thing if we just carry on playing.
Yeah, so obviously you'd need your person to register you up, so we could just tell Tom, register us up, give us the details, and we could do it ourselves. Or make us a respected account, and we could just make our own team and do it ourselves. See how far we went.
I feel like I don't think we even need the tutors at college to even help us. I feel like it's something we can easily do on our own. Like James, when we used to play Marvel Snap, James were looking for tournaments for us to like possibly go to, which never actually happened. I feel like we all just stopped caring about playing.
Well, I stopped playing Marvel Snap.
Yeah, you stopped
like
playing
5 minutes after that.
Yeah, you did like one community event, lost, and was like, nah.
So, I was looking, and someone has to be a dedicated leader who doesn't play. So for that instance, it's Wilf for us. We get to play, but Wilf's the leader. If you get with me.
Yeah. He can't play. Yeah.
So
I'd like that's what Enzo would do to play though. That's what he'd like to tackle. But obviously he's got his plate full of being big man in esports.
Big man.
Big man, little man.
Big man, little man.
Little big man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him that on Tuesday now, little big man. He'll probably kill me.
Remove you from group chats.
No, not again.
But yeah.
I think that's it tied up with asking Jacob his own questions, I think. Unless I've missed something. I don't think I have.
I don't think you have.
Otherwise it'll be repeating content really. Is that us done for all the thingies? All the interviews? You? Have you not done it? I thought you did it before Jacob, or am I just being stupid?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh. Do you want to ask yourself the questions?
No.
No, Jacob, you can ask Charlie the questions.
Wow.
Alright, so
since you've not asked any yet.
He doesn't even know.
He didn't even know, no. I think you should close Call of Duty now for a second. Because I got the notification when you came online.
I think you need to send me the list.
It's in the channel.
Script. Who's going for coach you next year? Coach, I mean captain next year.
Me.
I think all of us are.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Are you James or?
Charlie.
I don't know.
I've been very open about how I would captain if it was, because even if I did get captain, I wouldn't make decisions solely based on what I think. Because a lot of people know more than me. Yeah, I'll be like a group captain. Obviously, I'd make the final decisions if I could, but it'd all be based off of opinions from people who are actually playing as well.
I think dictatorship's better.
But I can't make decisions on how a support person is playing or whatever, because they're obviously more experienced on playing support and they know more about it than I do. So it would just be stupid for me to go, oh yeah, do this, and I'm actually completely wrong. So
yeah.
Even if you don't go for Captain James, if we're on the same team, your opinion'd still be going towards captaining issues.
Yep.
Anyway, Jacob.
Charlie, who are you? And
who are you, Charlie?
So I'm Charlie. And
what's your last name?
Charlie Shepherd.
Oh,
do you want my full legal name? Charlie George Sidney Shepherd.
George Sidney. It actually makes me want to hit my head against the wall.
And I am a main support player, but I'm a flex between DPS and support. And I main Ash, Genji, Soldier, Lucio, Ana, and I think that's Weaver. I'll give that. That's it. So it's 6 mains. That's all I.
Where you play more.
I could play more, but that's who I feel confident on.
He plays more, but not to a good level.
Yeah, that's who I feel confident on. Reaper, because Reaper's easy.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, missing out all the easy characters. That's who I play.
Right. Well then, what were your thoughts going in to the the first tryouts. You know, the first one where we had to wake up.
Yeah.
Very
So
early.
I was a bit similar to Connor. I didn't get much sleep. I had more sleep than him, but I still didn't perform to how I expected to. Well, to be fair, I performed a lot better than Connor did on that day. Just primarily because of luck. I think
You
because
performed better than I did.
yeah,
Hang on.
on last
That's a
week,
stretch.
last
Hang on.
week I
Last
did.
week, that's still a stretch. Still a stretch.
It's not. I personally think I did a bit better than you just because of
Did
your
you miss
sleep
out on sleep this
deprivation.
week? Because I asked if you very nicely.
This was this week. I'm not talking about that yet, but yeah, I think I got onto a similar level or diffed you last week, but I feel like you've brought it back straight away this week. I ain't got no way.
I snapped back.
But yeah, I felt okay, but still a bit like I always doubt myself a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I probably could have done something a lot better there. But I proper took a deep step out into my out of my comfort zone. So yeah,
Mr. Jacob?
Mr. Jacob.
Yeah.
Is hold on.
Is that your answer for it?
That's
all?
my answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's minimizing his Call of Duty. He's gonna get the other tab
Well,
up.
what about the second one? Like, how did you feel after the most recent one that we did today? And what were your thoughts going on to this one?
I felt quite proud actually, and I'll tell you why. I felt quite proud because I got called
Those
Connor's
buggies.
Genji. Oh, I got called Connor's Genji, which means Connor's a lot better Genji than me, so I played like him, so I'm quite proud of that. So I'm quite smug over that. But no, I don't think I did too well as much as I thought I would have. I was primarily on DPS anyway, so that's probably why. But if I had a chance on support, I reckon I could bash it out of the park.
I don't think you could. Anyway, moving on.
Support today, did you?
What?
You didn't play support today, did you at all? That's mental. Though. You're a support player. You didn't get to play in around support.
I didn't get to play any rounds of support because I kept getting told to be on DPS because of certain reasons.
You
Yeah,
you also said you wanted to.
I did want to play support, and then the one time I got to play support, Connor decides, oh no, I'm gonna go and play tank. You're on DPS, Charlie.
Well, my tank worked. Their game worked. It was that game where we had to restart load James. So it worked. Didn't work to begin with, but then it worked second time around.
But yeah, that's how it went.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah.
about right. So, what's your thoughts after it all? Like, do you think you're gonna get in? Do you think, and if so, what team do you think you're gonna get onto?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have a single clue. I like to get my feedback off of other people, so I'll hear it from you guys. Do you think what team do you reckon I'd get in if I was to get in?
Women's team.
I'll let James answer this question.
Women's team.
Right. Okay.
Women's team.
Thanks, guys. So yeah.
Women's team.
Women's team.
Women's team.
Right. So it looks like I'm not getting in this year. This is brilliant. But yeah.
I think you're easily making teams. But which team that is up to our tutor.
Thomas Wilford.
Yeah, that's his full name. If anybody wants to know, apparently.
If
Yeah,
the
whichever
people
team
that I
it is.
think are on Team 1, if my predictions are right, I think I'll work a lot better with Team 1. But I'm happy with whatever. I hope I can get Team 1, so therefore I can go for captain and be
You can be
potential.
captain Team 2. I know you probably obviously prefer Team 1,
I'd
but you
prefer
can
Team 1.
2.
So if I can, I'm going to try and get my support role on Team 1. That's the one thing I'm going for. But I don't think Wolf's going to let me because I've only played DPS today.
You think he might just split us all up?
He probably will, to be fair.
That'd be kind of like a weird.
I don't think
thing
he
for
will. I don't think he will.
I don't fancy being
Well,
split up.
he saw how well we worked. I don't think he'll get rid of us.
Yeah, I don't think there's any slight chance me and you are getting split up, James.
No, it's not. No.
The only time we lose is when we're against each other.
When there's like no way we can't lose in that situation.
It's just when me and you are like DPS duo, we're just like, I don't think we even try that hard though, do we? We just like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
do you wanna go Genji?
You
No,
can
you
do
can't.
with me. Yeah.
We're just like rock paper scissors, which characters
You
we
want
play
to play
really.
the French lady? Yeah.
Do you wanna go for a jump shot? Now you can do it. I'll go like Torbjorn. Anyway, moving on to the next bit. Oh, he's ready this time. He just died in game.
What they would bring? What does that mean?
I've not been paying attention to like last 6 times I've asked it to people.
Like, well,
I'll answer
you know
this
what,
myself.
So I don't get that
Alan knows
question.
what question means.
is
I know what question it is.
So-
It's fine.
What's the difference from last year?
From last year, well, I didn't have any.
Yeah, what you're bringing to the table this year that you've not brought last year? Because I know you're not gonna bring that wacky Lucio plays anymore. I hope.
What do you mean?
Calibre.
I haven't lost it.
Especially since you've not been playing healer like.
It's just DPS one trick now. That's the same. Where's the love gone to Lucio?
Still, most hours are still on Lucio. I've played DPS a lot more because I wanted to go for DPS, and I've had Connor's coaching, which has led me in the right direction. But I am still at heart a support main. That's my role. Support is my role. DPS is my secondary role. If you needed like a spare DPS, that's my secondary role.
How many hours in Genji do you have now? Like how far have you
checking.
played?
We'll not
I'm
talk about that.
checking.
'Cause
100.
it was like, no, it's not 100. Nobody
It is.
asked.
It
It
is.
was-
I think you're a better DPS now.
Ghost Spider, there he is.
because what Genji was like your 20 most played hero before I started coaching you. Now he's like your like top 3.
my
I think it is.
second.
Well, James is gonna confirm.
He has 143 on Lucio and 102 on Genji.
Wait, you were serious about the over? Okay, that's mental. I thought you was like kidding. Wow, you're catching up.
But yeah, I feel like I'm a better support. I don't think I'm a better DPS than a. You're saying no just because you want to go for support, but I think personally I'm a better support than a DPS. I work so much better.
I can like if you don't get support main team, I feel like you can sit comfortably as DPS second team, like maybe. Because like from the games you've played within tryouts, like when you were playing Genji, like you've kind of like gone mental in some of the games. Yeah, you were kind of like on your knees begging for nano boost sometimes. Like a
One
little
game.
whimpering dog.
One game.
But you made it work in some like situations. And your Ash, I think you pulled out at some point today. Can't
What
remember
was
what game.
everyone's favourite game today? Like what map?
my
Route
first
66.
My first map for me, where I went 29-1 as Genji.
Root does not count after the scamming that my team got.
Yeah, okay. Let's not talk about Root. That's
Root is such a
that's a
I only
sensitive
got to
topic.
play like 3, so I'm saying Route. I don't care.
Blizz was easily my favourite.
Blizzard.
Oh no, I like Blizzard actually. That was a really
That
fun
is a
game.
game I rolled.
Oh yeah, and then yeah, I remember when you got a double blade and backlines. Yeah,
Triple.
triple. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy focused on my own gameplay.
Not
It was so hard to defend that. Well, except from when that Pharah shot up, and I just
That was
like
funny.
threw it up.
Isaac
They're, like,
looked
running
at me and
pharmacy.
went, "Should I switch?"
Who was it? Was it Isaac? Just said?
Isaac. He just looked at me and goes, "Should I be swapping?"
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I'm missing all my shots, and I was like, and then all of a sudden I saw like Mercy's little edit bottom left of my screen. I was like, I'll try and go for her again. And then bang, bang, 2-shot, bang, dead. I was like, what just happened?
But yeah, I feel like we all had fun today.
Connor,
Yeah,
I wish you saw the 2-tap I got on you on Blizz.
On which of us?
Blizz.
No.
Second
Person.
time.
On you.
Yeah.
When?
I got the game recorded. I can show you.
I might sign into BSA 6 just to look at the replays from today.
I literally signed into BSA 4 just so I can get the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through them later on on BSA 6.
But yeah, I feel like we all had fun today.
I didn't.
All right.
I wonder why, Jacob.
Wonder why.
Wait, what was your win-loss today, Jacob?
Jensen
gonna
was
tell
worse.
you.
No matter what you say, Jensen was worse.
I got
I feel like it's out of his hands, though, to be fair.
That is
I
out
thought
of
it
his
was
hands.
Jensen.
Jensen couldn't.
We
Wait, I
we
don't
all
think we
know for a
blame
fact
it.
he plays better. He had an off day today, and it was just so unfortunate. Like, it had to be today of all days.
I think like I don't know.
I think
I
the
just-
teams we were putting weren't very good.
I just hope he's not taking it like to heart as much as it looked like he was, because he should know that he's a better player than that man.
He
He
is.
was not happy that day.
I've messaged him personally saying that like keep his chin up, because he's actually such an amazing like tank player. It's just
Yeah.
today he didn't get to demonstrate that today, and whether that was in his control or not is unknown. But we all know, and Wilf knows that he can play better than that.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I think we move on to our funny little section.
We finally done with interviews. How long's it been? That was
That's
about
been about, we'll
2 hours
say
of
about
interview.
2 hours, 2.5,
And you said-
2.5 hours.
And you plan to see 5 minutes each.
I thought it would be 5 minutes each, but you told me no. But yeah, anyway,
No,
let's move
because-
on to the funny wheel.
It wasn't an essay. I'm not going to record this. I can't be bothered. I'll just read it out because it was too much effort for you to mess up with the overlay.
Yeah.
Right, Charlie. Do you want first, or am I taking first?
I'll take first.
You want first?
Yeah.
Right. Well, now we have 2 judges to decide the winner this time round. We have James as well because he's going to stay for the rest of the episode because he doesn't want to go back to the previous people who we've interviewed.
That was scary.
They were kind of scary. Oh, I clicked off by accident. I didn't get to see what it was. I'll spin it again, Charlie.
All right.
It was a blue name, but there's still like 50 blue names to choose from.
Okay. Okay.
You've just got Merlin.
Oh, Country Road.
I want to watch that film again. I watched like 20 parts on TikTok last night.
Right. Who have you got?
If I got also James, you'll be able to add a name to the wheel after today's episode since you're a part of it.
Okay.
I got Torbjorn. Like this might be a very bad thing to say, but Torbjorn can just make a landmine.
Okay. Fine.
Did he kick a line mine?
Take it.
He can make it.
Oh,
Take it.
You've seen Kingsman, right?
yeah. I've seen the bit you're on about.
Yeah. So yeah, Torbjorn can just make a landmine.
But Merlin might not be as stupid as he was then to... Actually, no, Merlin didn't originally step on it.
Yeah.
Well, he did still step on it.
He didn't.
Yeah, he stepped on it to save someone's
He
life.
stepped on it to save Eggsy.
Yeah, but I say he still stepped on it eventually, though. That's the thing.
But that wasn't through...
Yeah, but-
he
But
would have
he
been
knew the
careful.
mine was there.
He would have been careful. So, theoretically, I don't know.
You're arguing against like one super spy against someone who can make up turrets with like aimbot.
No.
What do you mean? No.
No.
Oh, he can as well.
Let's bring
He's
it. Let,
got, like,
To be
say
fair-
Merlin can just.
To be fair, they've got all those gadgets that could probably protect themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch it back down to Overwatch 1. Torbjorn's level 2 turret. Level 3 turret, I'm pretty sure it went to back in Overwatch 1. How was he blocking them from rockets?
Easy. Umbrella.
What do you think is Mary Poppins or something?
No, them weird umbrella shield things that they've got. They've got like
What, stopped
shotguns
them-
in it.
Oh yeah, what blocked bullets? Not rockets that can burn the material it's made out of.
I don't
No.
know. I think it'd be a fair fight because they're both creators.
He's not a creator.
You're waffling.
he's just-
What?
Just let
He's
me.
You're
got,
waffling.
support, he's got a support character code on Fortnite. That's what matters.
Yeah,
So who wins?
Torbjorn wins.
Yeah,
I
he
think
does.
Merlin.
Height diff as well, to be fair. Tobins.
Alright.
Oh, does win.
But you said height diff and Tob wins. So you saying that
Yep.
shot is better?
Yep.
I'm taking that as a snippet from today's episode. I'm personally saying short is better, and I will carry that with me to the grave.
Right, next round.
I'm talking about my height. Just throw it
Yes.
out there.
We get it.
Because I realized after I was like, hold on. Right, I'll go first this time. I've just got Zaya.
Right.
Real familiar with Zaya. She's overpowered, strong Russian lady. Mother Russia herself. And she's facing off against Kang the Conqueror.
Ooh.
I think Zaya takes it.
No way.
No way.
Yeah, right. We've seen the end. We've all seen the ending of Quantumania, right?
Right.
No.
What does Kang the Conqueror get sucked into?
One of them weird.
It's kind of like a
things.
graviton surge, isn't it? It's kind of like a
No.
graviton surge. What does Zaya have as a main the main ability, like a main ultimate?
But that doesn't suck people in.
She shoots a black hole.
But it doesn't suck people into the black hole. It just keeps them on top of it.
Well, it's a level 1 black hole. She can upgrade.
No, she
She'll get my
can't.
previous fight at Torbjorn. Like
No.
yo,
No.
Sweden.
No.
Video Watch promised like upgrade system. They wanted.
Yes, they did. It didn't
No.
come, but it's still floating around as an idea, for me at least. Kang the Conqueror got sucked into a little.
All right.
Little
What about
black
all
hole
these
type
other?
thing.
What about all these other variants?
Those are Kang the Conqueror. Those are Rama Tut. Those are Scarlet Centurion. Those are Kang the Conqueror.
Justin, Kang Wings.
Kang
Kang
Wings.
Wings? Is that
Kang
like a new?
Wings.
Is that like a new
Yeah.
chicken shop?
Kang Wings.
Nah, Jacob, stop lying.
No, he does.
Ow! How does he win?
Because he's got powers.
Well, all right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take
He
it.
don't have powers. He has technology. Actually, he don't have powers.
I'll take it. He's already
Well,
said. Judges
He
already
don't, he don't
said.
have powers.
Judges already
we
said.
have- We have two
I've got-
judges. He don't have powers. He has technology.
James,
I
who
think
wins?
Zaria wins personally, but
So it's a feud. So a tie.
We'll talk. Alright, we'll have a tie. I don't think it should be a tie. I think Jacob and Charlie are being stupid. I feel like James is the only rational
I
person.
am the
here.
only one with some intelligence. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Am I taking first or are you taking first?
I'll take first. You took first last.
Did I? Oh.
Yeah.
Right. So you got Omni-Man.
Let's go.
I don't know. You've got a repeat character.
Do not
No,
get
no.
Batman. Do not get Batman.
It's any chance I can respin. I'm sick of defending Overwatch characters.
No.
I've just got Farah. I'm sick of defending Overwatch characters. You're getting all these like.
Farah
cool characters.
can't fly forever. Omni-Man can. That means Omni-Man wins.
I'm
And
not even
Omni-Man's
gonna
like, Omni-Man's like built.
You could just say stopped it as his name, and I would have agreed with you. Farah does
Omni-Man.
not win Omni-Man. I'm not even gonna argue for it.
So what is that? 1-1.
Yeah. No. 2-1 to you.
Oh, okay.
We'll do a third one.
Charlie might win.
I might win.
For once.
We'll do
Second
first
time.
three this time.
Second time.
Right. Charlie, you taking first or am I taking first?
You take first.
I just got another Overwatch character, man.
All right, it's been me.
I just got Wrecking Ball. Can I get Josh in here?
No,
Can I get Josh in here as a
No.
third judge?
no,
We might need a tiebreaker judge.
no.
Nah, this is some rigged stuff, man.
What did I get?
You got Isabel from Animal Crossing.
No, I don't think I did.
You did.
I don't think I did.
You know what I mean?
I don't think I did.
She's dressed up as Mewtwo, but she's not Mewtwo. She's just dressed up as him.
I think I take this week.
It's a DLC.
I think I take this week.
Wait, Mewtwo's a guy?
Have you not heard his voice in the
Oh.
movie?
No, I would have thought Mewtwo's a girl.
No.
That's so sexist, man. Just because she's pink. Wow.
He,
Yeah.
Have you never
he
watched
does have a
Detective
female
Pikachu?
voice in his Mega Y form. He does have a female voice when it's in that
Have
Mega
you never
form.
watched Detective Pikachu?
So I'll just
have.
psychic and shadow ball your wrecking ball, right?
But lad, we don't even have to talk about this fight. You've already won.
All right. So
I'm just trying to move on.
I am victorious.
First time for how many weeks we've done this?
Second time in a row, actually.
No.
Actually. Right.
Anyway, we say Detective Pikachu. This can lead on to our next bit, which is just talking randomly anyway. Did you enjoy
Right.
Detective Pikachu? Or?
Loved it.
I loved it. It was a very
It's
good
a
film.
good watch. Was it Ryan Reynolds?
Pikachu was
Yeah.
Ryan
It was
Reynolds.
Pikachu, yeah.
Yeah. I said it slow in case I was a bit stupid or something, but Ryan Reynolds can do literally any role. Let's be honest.
He can
Maybe
do
not
it.
like a female high school teacher or something, but no, I reckon he could pull it off.
Graphics were just good in that film.
Yeah, they're unreal. Like how realistic the Pokemon
Although
looked.
I wasn't like the full scene of the Bulbasaur thing, and not one Bulbasaur said Bulbasaur. That was upsetting.
Yeah. That was a small bit of talk. Anything else anybody wants to add? Because, you know,
Yeah.
Oh.
Are we
I-
gonna do mine and James's?
yours and James's. You want to go against
Oh,
each other?
wheel.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll do that, and then
I'll do
we'll close off. We'll close off because it's been a very, very long episode.
who
I'll
wants
do-
first, Jacob or James?
I want first.
James.
All right, unanimous
Unless it's
apparently.
bad, and then give it Jacob.
Well, we will see. James has got 11 from Stranger Things,
Oh, thank God, it's something I know.
and she is facing off against Jacob's fighter, which is Ash from Overwatch.
Is this
Ash
right?
wins.
That's not an argument.
Ash wins.
Ash wins.
It was
I
Ash
think
and who? Sorry.
11.
11 from Stranger Things, the one that can bring down a helicopter.
I think.
11 takes it.
Yeah, 11 takes
11
it.
easy
Ash.
takes it.
Why
What?
Ash? Why Ash?
She just doesn't
Well,
win that.
because she could easily just snipe 11 in the head.
Okay, 11 goes, okay, bullet, bang, stop.
Also, if I'd like to remind you of season 4 where she gets shot at by snipers on the helicopter and they're just bad. I think that's what will happen if Ash went in.
Yeah, Stormtrooper aim.
Yeah, literally. Ash will become Charlie and be like, oh, 0%
Yeah, but
accuracy.
if I were on Ash, like, I'd hit her.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Okay, so if he was an Ash, yeah, 11 won. Before the fight even started.
Uh,
It wasn't even a fight to begin with, it was just an argument.
alright,
Yo, you. Oh no,
alright,
never
James
mind.
got it. Alright, next one, go, go, go.
Next, okay. Jacob, you're going first this time?
Yeah.
Alright. Jacob has got... It's a very slow wheel spin. It's very awkward. Michael Scott.
Oh.
Who?
Michael
Oh,
Scott
main
from The
character.
Office.
Michael Scott.
Well, Michael
Okay,
wins, no matter what.
I don't know, man. Do you think Michael Scott really wins against Moira? No, it's not Moira. It's Kratos, actually. I thought we went over one.
So much better.
Michael Scott versus the God of War.
To be fair, I know I'm meant to be defending Kratos, but Michael Scott has that stare.
He does have
Oh.
He does have that stare.
But does Michael Scott have prep time?
Come
Does
on
Michael,
about prep time with Michael.
does
You're
Michael
not
Scott have
the
a
right
60-hour
person to bring
game just to prepare his God of War weapons?
He can't even bring a paper company, man. How was he supposed to win a match against
I know,
Kratos?
I know.
Michael Scott has become more TikTok memes than Kratos has. Kratos has, I think, one.
Michael Scott's more meme culture.
Yeah.
I think Kratos takes it. I'm sorry.
Meme diff.
Kratos definitely takes it.
Michael wins.
Michael doesn't win.
Michael wins.
Why would he win?
Even James says.
No, it's just 3 games. Kratos wins. No, Michael wins.
No, Kratos wins. I'm sorry.
Kratos just slap.
Right, last one.
Right. Last one.
Winner takes all. Winner takes all.
What? Huh?
Well, I mean, yeah, it is 1-1,
What?
so I guess that works
No,
anyways.
how's it 1-1?
Is it? It's not 1-1.
I won both.
Oh yeah. Alright, so who wants first? Who wants second?
Give Jacob first.
Okay, Jacob gets Anna from Overwatch.
What is it with the Overwatch characters?
Every
Get
single
rid
Overwatch
of a
character.
few.
on this. And Jacob has got.
No, me.
Please skip over one more. Okay, no, you got Star Lord. Next one was Thanos.
So it's
But no, you got Star Lord.
a pensioner versus Star-Lord.
A pensioner with good aim and sleep darts.
I'd like
If she
to
had good
use
aim,
another-
if she had good aim, she'd have both eyes.
Yeah, if Anna
True.
had good aim, she wouldn't have lost to a French lady.
Got a problem with the French.
Yes, you
I thought your
don't.
Valorant duo was French.
Why is
Alright,
this
lads.
start getting brung up
Alright,
again?
lads. Alright, lads.
Just saying, you can't have to against the French if you duoed with a French
So
person.
Anna wins, yeah.
I'm
What?
looking with
Jacob,
some...
that's not the argument.
Hang on. So, Gamora, right? Zen Wahoberi, right? Star-Lord beat up Gamora one time, right? At the start of the first film. Like, alright, stay with me here. And
Yeah,
then
let him
Anna
go.
lost to a French woman. Like, come on. French
I
Yeah,
think,
he
can't,
doesn't
I think
have
Starlord goes. I think Starlord
French can't beat whatever Zen Wahoberi is. You know, I'm just
However,
saying.
though, Star Lord usually wins in dance battles, and Anna's got a good dance emote.
Ooh.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, but is Anna's dance emote a Fortnite emote?
But you can just whip
Which-
out the
I don't think
bing
so.
bong boom din din dum bum din dum din.
Perfectly
Okay,
killed by
yeah.
Charlie. And
That's being fun.
I'm convinced.
That's
Right,
what
Charlie, who's you arguing for there, Charlie? I can't tell.
Starlord.
Okay, I couldn't tell if you were like just dancing or just actually
He's
making
just
an act.
enjoying himself.
Charlie just happened to be here. You don't even know we're doing a podcast. He's just
Wait,
turned up
what?
today.
What?
Oh yeah, we've been recording this entire time, by the way.
No way. No, we haven't.
No,
We're not.
No.
The thing is, Charlie had to look at bottom right. Then I saw his eyes divert downwards in case.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Did you know that first episode, Charlie? We did like 25 minutes of recording, and Charlie didn't record it.
Don't tell
Right.
him that.
That is a Charlie thing to do.
He Charlie beat a podcast.
No way, you
Whoa.
just exploded. Anyway,
I didn't know this. I didn't know
right,
this was a
I
thing.
think James wins.
What was that soundboard? I can see little icons pop up.
Stop with the soundboards, please. Thank you. But yeah, I think we should end it now because it's been going on for a little while now. Almost
How long's actually?
3 hours.
Okay, we've had power episodes, and now we've got power.
Jacob for 3 hours.
It's been
No,
about 3 hours. With
I've been talking to Charlie for 3 hours. Jacob's just kind of monitoring our conversation.
But yeah, I think this is where we end it. Do we all want to say goodbye?
Nah, you can say it for us. You'll let
Can
you.
we do
have the
like
burden.
a?
Do I do the funny one?
Can you do the funny one? Yeah.
No,
Right.
no. James, what you suggest before Charlie says it? What are you saying?
I don't think what they're called. What's the? Tinky? No.
Teletubbies?
No, not tell. It's the guy with the blue puppet thing. Oh, come on. Macapaka.
Tyler
The one has Macapaka. In the Night Garden. When did the In the Night Garden
Oh.
ending?
I don't know.
What's the blue one called? I can't remember what the blue one's called now off the top of my head.
I'm gonna have to find it. In
I
Yeah,
don't
quickly
know.
before we end.
the
Eagle Piggle.
main character.
Eagle
Eagle
Piggle,
Piggle.
Macca the Ninky Nonks.
It is Eagle Piggle.
Wait,
Ninky
remember those little, like, that blue faction and the red faction used to fight each other?
Yeah, it's just.
That was so weird.
It's just childhood racism.
Like, in a sense, that is kind of like a hidden message for, like,
That's terrible.
it is really weird. It's terrible.
But-
Anyway,
I don't,
whoa! Before we get
Issues are
deep
there.
into this, we need to stop.
I'm
But we're
sorry to
talking about
say it shouldn't be
racism.
had. It is very like
We need to just stop.
bad message.
But yeah, we have been Trinity, and this is Trinity signing off. Goodbye.